business owner with a cash flow problem that leads to low or non-existing profits. Read this book and see how you can increase your cash flow and your profits by time-proven techniques. The book again is No Cash, No Problem, and you can buy it now online at www.tantalknetwork.com. Click on the book and follow the instructions, or pick up the phone and call Lola at 727-441-3311. The book costs only $6.99, so do yourself a favor and buy the book today.
Hi, this is Jay Leno. Hey, this is Ted Nugent. Hi, everybody. This is David Hobbs. Hi, this is Bob Varsho. Hey, this is Danny the Count Coker.
Hey, this is comedian, author, and most importantly, vintage race car driver Adam Carolla.
Hi, this is Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney.
I'm John Forrest.
Hey, this is Jack Roush.
And you're listening to Nostalgic Radio and Cars.
That's Nostalgic Radio and Cars with the most fascinating and legendary names in motorsports every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hi there, I'm Dr. John.
And I'm Dr. Lisa.
Do you have medical questions you never get to ask?
Now you can ask us.
After many years of caring for children and families, we've learned that the best informed families are also the healthiest.
Are you saying knowledge is power, Dr. John?
I am, Dr. Lisa, and since you're the smart one, I hope you'll share some knowledge with me and our listeners.
Let's do this then.
Okay, we hope you join us every Monday at noon right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network for the Doctors John and Lisa Show.
Listen online at tantalk1340.com.
If you would like to become a wholesale buyer of the premium quality longevity product that you hear about right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, for personal service, you can pick up the phone right now and call Lola at 727-441-3311. Again, that's Lola at 727-441-3311. Or for even faster service, log on to tantalkhealth.com. That's tantalkhealth.com. Here's to your health and longevity.
Hello there, Tampa Bay. This is former NFL and college football coach Jimmy Johnson. Listen to the Kelly Show. Sure, use the attention.
And this is former Major League Baseball player, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. I also hope you listen to the Kelly and Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They can darn sure use the money.
Hi there. This is marine wildlife artist and conservationist Dr. Guy Harvey. Please listen to the Kelly Show every Monday starting at 5 p.m. They need to feel worthy.
Hi, this is Pfarr Smith speaking from Toronto. Join me Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., again at 12 noon, for Canada Calling, the update of news from home for vacationing Canadians in this network's 65th season. Canada Calling, a listening tradition right here on the Tan Talk Network, WTAN AM 1340 and FM 106.1, WZHR Zephyr Hills, AM 1400 and FM 104.3, and WDCF Dade City, AM 1350.
The Brian Cash Claus Radio Show. More business for your business every Thursday at 2. 106.1 FM, 1340 AM. Local business owners, listen up. We direct more customers through your doors with a printed coupon book and radio show. More business for your business. Call 727-600-4889. That's 727-600-4889.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's Monday. Do you need some Monday motivation? The Shop Local for Good News team is here. I'm Karena Moore. Our neighbors doing good in our neighborhoods.
You can find us on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page, and we're looking forward to your calls.
Let's get this Shop Local for Good News conversation started, shall we? Happy Monday, everybody. This is Karena with Shop Local for Good News, and this is Monday Motivation on the Tan Talk Radio Network. We welcome all of our neighbors for the stories of our neighbors doing good in our neighborhood. And we've got a very special show today. Today we have several of our hardworking entrepreneurs, and they were involved with the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival. And our two first guests, so basically how it worked was we were trying to raise funds for worthy nonprofits, and we had our our vendors that were competing. And so what they were doing is they were promoting raffle ticket sales or door prize ticket sales. Let's be specific on that. And people who supported their business would vote for them for $2. And with 100% of that $2 going to the nonprofit that they wanted to raise funds for. The Benevolution Foundation, it was the nonprofit that was managing the People's Choice competition. And the Benevolution Foundation basically covered all of the processing fees and the expenses and most of the gift basket expense. Some of our vendors went like way above and beyond, like Aunt Neci, and just made her own basket. She's like, I got this. So today with me we have Neci with Brain Freeze, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. You might want to move up a little bit. Now, we are on Facebook Live. So if you want to hold that up, we're on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page. That's Shop Local for Good. So if you're not driving down the road, if you're at home having your cup of coffee, please feel free to jump on Facebook. And because they're going to hold up these. Please. And she won People's Choice, 2018 People's Choice for Sweetest Treat. Yay!
Yay!
Now she's a returning champion.
Yes.
Last year she won Foodie Favorite.
All right.
Yeah. And so we always enjoy recognizing our hardworking vendor family and getting to know them. And that's what I love about Monday Motivation and the Tan Talk Radio Network. It empowers my company, which is Shop Local for Good, and my nonprofit to tell the stories of neighbors doing good in our neighborhood, because I think we need more good news in our lives.
That's true. Amen to that.
So on that note, the Benevolution Foundation does have a couple of fundraisers going on so that we can keep telling the stories on the air, because nothing in life is for free. So if you go to the Benevolution Foundation page on Facebook, we have a couple opportunities if you'd care to donate. I want our neighbors to get to know you because you're like a rock star. She doesn't just do rolled ice cream, y'all. She doesn't. And I'm looking forward to connecting you with some small businesses that could use your talent on bookkeeping, because bookkeeping is very important. If you don't have the numbers right, you could lose your business.
That's right. It's very important to know where your numbers are. It's super important to stay on top of all of your costing and making sure really that you understand how your cash flow works so that your business can also work the way you expect it to. So
that's fantastic. So tell us how Brain Freeze Please started, because I love this story.
Brain Freeze Please is actually me and my kids deciding after a long time of getting debt-free that we were going to start a business. It started with an idea from my boys. They wanted to go out and make some money, which is cool. And so we started with Shave Ice. We saw another company that was doing it at a jazz festival that I went to. And we decided after a long time of thinking about it that that's what we wanted to do. So we started with Shave Ice. And at the time, I'm sitting there researching recipes for Shave Ice. And it's the middle of the night. And I come across these people making ice cream on the side of the street in like probably Japan or somewhere like that. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what this is, but I think I want this machine, whatever this is. So we did a little bit more research. We found the rolled ice cream machines. We bought them and started experimenting with recipes. And then the rest is sort of history. So we've grown from Shave Ice to rolled ice cream. We now also do Italian ice, pretty much anything sweet. We've got some mean milkshakes on our food truck and slushies. Also working on doing gourmet popsicles. So pretty much if it is sweet and icy, we are likely going to be in that space.
Very cool. Now, how old were your boys when you first started your business?
At the time, 11 and 12 was when we started talking about it. And now they're 13 and 14. So, and then of course my daughter helps now also. She's she's kind of like the leader of the pack on that one.
And they get in and they work hard.
They do.
And that's the way to raise our kids.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
If nothing else, I thought, this is not a waste of time because it will teach them that if they have an idea and they really put forth a good effort, that they can bring pretty much anything to fruition. It's also so important, especially in today's global landscape, that our kids know that they are competing on a global scale. And sometimes you've got to learn how to forge your own way rather than knocking on doors and looking for jobs. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur myself. And so when I see those little things in my kids, I think, okay, we got to figure out a way to at least allow them to explore what those opportunities are. So
it's such a powerful lesson. You learn by doing.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a homeschooler. So I've just, but I have an education degree. I'm just using it on my own kids. But, learning by doing is so much more of a powerful lesson because you allow yourself to make mistakes. You allow yourself to, it's never, I hate calling it failure. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're
it's just
but if you're, and we were talking about this on the way in, the fear of trying something new is truly out there. I run into it because I'm always doing outside the box things, and people are like, "What is Karena up to now?"
Always something good.
Yeah. But those who trust me, even when it doesn't quite work out the way we initially planned, we've learned a lesson, and it gets better.
Right?
It gets better.
Yep.
So, and I'm honored by those of you who trust me and don't shake your head and run the other direction when I bring up a new idea. It's
Tell
awesome.
you what, it's absolutely amazing working with you. If I could take even for just a moment to tell you thank you, it means so much, the work that you do. I love that you have sort of taken on a lifelong mission of volunteering and giving back, because those are the things that we just don't do enough of. So I think you're amazing.
Thanks.
And we've been at this now for a little while now, and I've never had a bad event, never had a bad moment. I've worked with a lot of vendors, and you are absolutely the cream of the crop.
Oh,
absolutely.
Thanks.
You're amazing.
I'll second that.
Oh, you guys can come back anytime on the radio.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
So, we briefly touched on it. You're thinking about reaching out into the small business community and offering bookkeeping services.
Absolutely. For a long time, I raised my kids, actually. That's how we got debt free, was working as a bookkeeper, professional bookkeeper. I come to you, I can set up your books as a QuickBooks Pro advisor for a number of years, trained in every single version of QuickBooks out there. QuickBooks
good.
Online is kind of the way to go nowadays. Everything is in the cloud, and it's important to be able to have access to your data on your laptop, on your computer, on your cell phone, on somebody else's phone if you need to send a quick invoice. And so those are the types of things that I can help businesses get up and running, as well as helping with troubleshooting. Sometimes maybe you've got a bookkeeper out there and you're not exactly sure that things are working the way that they should. That's one of the things that I can do as a consultant, is to just come in and help you troubleshoot, teach you as a business owner how to know your finances and read into it for yourself, so that you just have access to your business data, because it's hard, really difficult to make decisions when you are not in the loop. So that's
I don't know if I
filling that
told you
gap.
this, but my mother was a bookkeeper when I was a kid. She's a bookkeeper for our church, and then she did. So I did tell you I was a math nerd. I think I get that from her. But she had run across some bookkeeping jobs where people called her in, and the business owner just couldn't understand why their books, why they weren't making any money, and their bookkeeper was robbing them blind. And so my mom was like a tough troubleshooter on that. If you don't have somebody trustworthy doing your books, it can ruin you.
It really can. And and you hear that story over and over and over again. It's so important as a business owner that you always be in the know. It's great to hire someone that you trust, but it's also really great that you have checks and balances in place so that those kinds of things just don't happen. That's part of what I do, is just to help you help yourself, because it can be intimidating if you don't have an accounting background. And it's like, I don't even know where to begin. Maybe it's just easier to turn that role over to someone else, but it's not necessarily good for you in the long run if you are that open and there aren't any checks and balances.
Right. Well, and with all the laws and the big corporations, they have attorneys that can go through the tax laws, and that's why they don't pay taxes much of the time. And with the QuickBooks program, it has all that built in so that you can actually get deductions on things that you may not have known you could get deductions
all the things
on.
we miss. Not only that, but it keeps you in check with regard to sales tax.
Yeah.
And we can help get payroll taxes, so that you can process payroll all within the program. So there are even merchant processing for your business. There's lots of ways to integrate QuickBooks or any other software for that matter, but I specialize in QuickBooks. So there are lots of things that you can do to make your business better, to make it far more efficient, and also to ensure that you're on top of things. So
I'm going to make a little bit of an announcement because we talked about this earlier. When Neci gets her bookkeeping services rolling, and we're Shop Local, she's going to be our preferred vendor for bookkeeping. And so shoplocalforgood.com, you'll be able to connect with her services there. So we're going to list her on the website, and I just love working with Neci. She's amazing. She's so positive. You'll never have a bad day when you're around her, because even at events, well, you knew this because she probably came up to your booth. Meanwhile, she's buried in ice cream orders. Her kids will take order, and she is like the official greeter for all. She helped out a lot at Mac and Cheese, and walking around and making. I want to thank you for that. Making sure the vendors were doing well, and I appreciate your teamwork.
Thank you.
You're really good on
I
that,
always have a blast. It doesn't feel like work either, does it?
Exactly.
You may feel it later, but not in the moment. It's always just all good.
That night when you fall down, I felt I bent over, and they're long days for a bit.
Yes, they are.
And I don't just sit at a booth. In fact, DJ was giving me a hard time at Summerfest. He goes, why don't you sit for a minute? I'm like, when I'm managing an event, I have to make sure everything's being managed.
Right.
Oh, Summerfest.
Oh yeah,
that was a great time.
It was. It was. It was warm.
Just a little.
I need to have a bottle of water that I can carry on my shoulder, because then I forget to drink water. So at the end of Mac and Cheese, I've been over to pick up something and stood up too quick and ended up not being able to catch myself when I fell down, and the Pinellas County the explorers all come running over. So I've got
They're
sheriffs.
so wonderful.
I know they are so amazing. They're like, should we call an ambulance? I'm like, no. And then my husband's trying to get me to stand up right away. I'm like, dude, let me sit for a minute, okay? Right. And then anyway, it was.
Oh yeah,
it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, but when you're trying to make sure everyone has a good time, and see, I really care about you guys being successful, and because you invest in me.
We can tell.
We
can tell. We feel
in
that.
every way.
And there's more than meets the eye to putting an event together. It's not that easy. There's so many different things to be thinking about and taking care of.
Yes.
Right. Well,
I commend you.
And this is Denise. I wanted to get Neci's story out there and let everybody know that we're going to be spotlighting her this year, because I'm really excited to learn more about QuickBooks, because I probably know like 2 or 3 versions ago. I know they keep updating.
They do. They update. And is that you always get updated, but we can definitely explore that. We can get you up and running and feeling confident, really, when you go to sit down and look at your numbers.
Well, and something we discussed as well is that maybe having seminars where we bring in a group of small businesses, and you can, and that way they're they're paying you. You're getting paid, but you're teaching in a group setting, and they can afford it because I get it. Small businesses are on a tight budget, but
That's true.
If you don't invest in something that's going to save you long term,
Right.
you really should. You really should.
It's true. And even if you don't hire me on an ongoing basis, there are lots of things that we can do to show you how to manage it when you're small, and when
Right.
you can handle the ins and outs. And then as you grow, if you need more help or more hands-on experience, we can do that as well. So yes.
Well, and investing $50 in a group seminar that maybe has about 10
right.
small businesses, and you're not overwhelmed, and
Plus, you get the benefit of learning from other questions.
yeah,
I agree.
Then you form a team. I love our team.
I do too.
We have a great team.
Yeah, we do. And I posted on Facebook the other day. I'm truly blessed by my family, both DNA and non-DNA related.
Yes.
So I know that you have to run to work. I appreciate you coming in
You are
this
so
morning.
welcome. I had a blast.
And I really I'm kind of cool. This award that we put together, we had the Facebook promotion screen printed on metal. And it turned out really well.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And it's going to last forever because it's got a coating on it. I'm such a geek.
So go with our other one.
Yes, awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I'm looking forward to connecting. If you're out there in your small business, stay in touch with shoplocalforgood.com, and then we will definitely be listing Neci and her bookkeeping services, and maybe making some announcements about upcoming seminars that you can come out and get to know her.
Now's the time. We'll get it done for 2019. It'd be a great step forward.
Yes. Something I learned the hard way. I shouldn't admit this. I'm going to admit it. So I'd never filed business tax reports before in April, when, guess what? They're not. Fortunately, the IRS has this wonderful forgiveness program that you get once in your lifetime.
One time.
I used my one time because, wow.
They know.
That fine was just horrible. I'm like, wait. I didn't make any money last year. And now you want more?
Yeah.
So now something to recognize when you're starting a small business. Well, you might know the statistics on this. It takes a few years just to break even.
Oh yeah, it can take for some. Just feel like you are in the black and everything is working smoothly. Outside of that, cash flow is king.
Yeah.
It's really important to be smart about every dime you spend to make sure that it's going to invest and really make money. And
as the owner, prepare not to pay yourself.
I was going to say that as an entrepreneur, we typically pay ourselves last.
Yes.
You want to be able to kind of, but capital it's really important, and also just minding those nickels and dimes.
Well, thank you. I could talk to you guys for hours, but I do want to get Denise in because she's got a great story too, and I know you need to run so you could go to work. So thank you for joining us this morning again. And this is Neci Jackson with Brain Freeze, Please.
Indeed. Thank you so much again for having me.
You're welcome. Look her up on Facebook. It's really Brain Freeze, Please.
It really
It's
is Brain Freeze.
BRAIN Freeze, Please.
Looking forward to working with you as a team.
Thank you again, ladies.
You're
Enjoy your
welcome.
day.
Thank
And
you.
you as
Monday
well.
Motivation.
That's a Monday for good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Aunt Neci, my
Hi.
family's favorite all fruit, nothing but the fruit girl. So Aunt
Thank
Neci has
you.
a special story on how you got started. It sort of in the specialty foods area because you had a family that you knew.
Oh yes, there was a family member of some friends of mine whose daughter was diagnosed with osteosarcoma. And they asked me to research the alkaline food list, and I did. And now that I have all that knowledge, it just dawned on me that I need to share this with everyone else and try to help them learn how to prevent cancer and alkalize their body every day. And food is your medicine.
Yeah.
And if you choose the right things, you can feel better. And it's just happier all the way around. It's all positive.
And now Neci makes the most fantastic fruit butters on the planet. And when I'm explaining it, because some people are like, fruit butter, I'm like, that's a consistency. That's why it's like apple butter. If you,
Exactly.
I was raised in the South.
Peanut butter is the one that got it, turned the light bulb on for me. Butter is a French term for soft and spreadable.
Oh, there you go. Soft and spreadable.
No real butter in any of it,
Right.
except my pumpkin butter, because that pulls the real pumpkin, the fibrous pumpkin together, creamy and smooth, in my opinion.
Oh, so we got some Aunt Neci secret.
Yes.
You're telling your secrets on the radio. Okay, so you were a nonprofit that you were working in your competition.
Right. That's why I chose Kids Campaign Inc., because this is just all goes hand in hand, and I wanted to be able to help them.
And you went over the top.
You
guys, I have to tell you, she went over the top. So not only did she just let me know that the Benevolution Foundation didn't need to do a basket for her nonprofit because she was putting one together. And these baskets we wanted them valued enough so that people would, invest in this.
Excited about them.
Yeah.
Right.
And you make some fantastic baskets. The family that won it, they're like treasure chests, guys, because she goes around and collects things everywhere. Oh my gosh. And so it was so much fun too. The family that won it.
It's fun to put them together.
They were taking stuff out and posting pictures and going, this is so cool. What was that one that had it was like a puppy dog paw print, or what was it? I don't know. Do you remember?
I think it was a magnet.
It was a magnet. Anyway, you hid some pretty cool treasures in your basket, so they were excited to win, and I'm glad they won too. They came out.
Me too.
Was that the family that specially came out to see you?
No, but I did get to meet them while they were there.
Yeah,
and we
they were an
talked quite a bit.
enthusiastic
We talked quite a bit. They came to my booth twice, and then I learned they had won the basket.
They also won the Bailey's Way basket.
Exactly.
Well, they also invested. I mean, they participated.
Right, exactly.
So
and without people like them,
right,
it wouldn't have been successful.
We wouldn't have been able to raise money
Exactly.
for 8 nonprofits.
Wow.
We assisted 8 nonprofit organizations through the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival this year.
Fabulous.
And including Kids Campaign. Now, Kids Campaign, what they do is they are an all volunteer, locally focused, very, very, very enthusiastic.
Oh, she's a sweetheart
and worthy nonprofit. I love Christine.
I was going to say shout out to Christine Hanlon. She's such a great team player also.
Yeah, and Melanie and her whole team. And Christine was there for the event. And she just, bless her heart, she just shares everything I post.
She does. Me too.
And because Kids Campaign has a dual mission, and she's got a big heart, and it was kind of a competition. And she was sharing other nonprofits' posts from me because she just shares everything. And I'm like, I had to send her a message. I'm like, sweetie, you just need to stick with Kids Campaign on this one. She goes, but I want to help everybody. I'm like, gotcha. But let's stick with Kids Campaign.
That's why we're all a good team. We all want to help everybody.
Yeah. So you all across the country that were supporting you. It was so much fun seeing your votes come in on PayPal. It really was. So how it worked is you could vote online and for $2 donation to the Benevolution Foundation PayPal, because how we had to do it is we're writing grant checks for the nonprofits because you got to follow the law.
And we all just waste $2 all the time.
I know. So there's probably $2 and change on under people's couch pillow.
You're right.
So, And it was truly fun to watch yours come in. You want to hold that up for our? So Aunt Neci won Foodie favorite, which
Isn't
is
it pretty?
Pretty awesome.
All in silver.
Yeah. And you were pretty busy that day, I think.
I was very busy. It was a very successful show.
Good.
It was a beautiful day. We couldn't have asked for better weather.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
The property was beautiful, and everybody was just wonderful.
Yeah. So in your Aunt Neci land, you want to talk about some of your? Do you have a couple of new flavors?
I do have a couple of new flavors.
I'd love to hear about them.
I've invented for the holiday. The biggest one, or the most popular one, is Grand Marnier cranberry relish with pecans.
Oh, yummy! It's good. I've tried it.
It's going to be better than it's going to be better than any can you ever open up for any holiday table. Quick and easy appetizer over cream cheese or especially brie.
Right.
And I put it on my turkey sandwich yesterday.
Oh, yummy, yummy.
My helper, my assistant, she's never heard of such a thing. And so she did it too. And it just wowed her that this is a new tradition for us now to put it on the turkey sandwich. You could glaze a turkey with it. You could glaze a ham with it.
Okay.
It's a little chunky. It also has pears and pineapples in it. Very delightful. And then I made also a red wine butter, which is excellent with cream cheese and brie also. People like to make little appetizers with it, but it will also, jazz up your pork chops or your beef.
For all you busy moms out there, I learned this lesson a few years ago. So what you do is you take a block of cream cheese on a pretty plate. First of all, you get to the event, so you don't have to worry about covering it on your travels. Right. And you take a couple of blocks of cream cheese and bring a knife, and then you spread it on the plate. Oh, and a couple sleeves of crackers.
That's it.
And then, so you spread the cream cheese on the plate, and that kind of warms it up a little. And then you pour the jelly, which I was using pepper jelly. I'll be using Aunt Neci's butters from now on. But and then you spread the crackers around.
Right. The butters are a lot more low glycemic than the jelly as well, making them much healthier for us.
Yeah. So we threw out all our jelly, right, Lorena? I want to thank Lorena for running the camera, aka her cell phone. We are on Facebook Live. So on the Shop Local for Good page. So if you are getting ready and you have time for some coffee and you want to sit down and just see what we look like for real, hold up your award, and congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Aunt Neci is the People's Choice Competition Award winner for Foodie Favorite in 2018 for the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who voted for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I know the kids do too.
Well, and it says a lot for your product that, you do ship, right?
I do ship. I do.
And you have a pretty huge following in other states.
I do. I have a lot of high school friends that I went with, and I'm still in contact with, and we're everywhere.
Right.
And we're a close-knit group.
I love it that they're supporting your business.
Yes. Yes.
Because
they're dear to my heart.
Part of Monday Motivation's motivating factor, I guess is what I want to say, is telling the stories of small businesses like Aunt Neci Specialty Foods. Now you're on Facebook. It's at Aunt Neci's. So it's AUNTNECIS.
That's it.
At not Aunt Neci. So you definitely want to follow her page because she's everywhere. And she's on the shelf at the MarketSpace for Good too.
Yay.
She'll be on the shelf at the MarketSpace for Good. I had the MarketSpace for Good is our retail shop in downtown Clearwater. The Shop Local for Good family started a project called MarketSpace for Good. And basically it's an entrepreneur incubator, much like The Benevolution Foundation is a local nonprofit incubator. The MarketSpace for Good is an entrepreneur incubator. So we are hashtag more than a shelf. We connect with small businesses that are doing good in our neighborhoods, and we have them showcase their products. Shop Local for Good manages the space, so we are technically a cloning machine for busy market vendors, so they can be in more than one place at once. And Neci has a wide range of her products on our shelf. And someone came in this weekend because we are doing a pop-up shop. Aunt Neci is actually one of the founders that jumped on board with a crazy MarketSpace for Good idea that I approached a handful of very trusted vendors with and said, hey, you want to do this with me? And they're like, okay. Yes. And she's been with us since the beginning. And we did have to pivot. We moved to downtown Clearwater. I really love the new location.
It's gorgeous.
Because we launched a Saturday community market. And that was a couple weeks ago. Last weekend was our second market. And we've already doubled the number of people that came through.
Wonderful. The word's getting out.
Word's getting out. And then the Benevolution Foundation did the Clearwater Block Party. Boy,
that looked like fun.
Wow, it was fun. They're always fun. They're every 3 months.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. The Church of Scientology does a lot for local nonprofits that may not necessarily be church run. And so, in fact, they have a charity coalition that I've been a member of with several different projects that I've worked on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for Greater Tampa Bay nonprofits. And what they do is they host a luncheon every other month, Lorena. It's a charity coalition luncheon.
Okay.
And basically we network with each other, and they represent over 200 nonprofits in Tampa Bay.
Wow. I
And
didn't know
so,
that.
yeah, we have a luncheon at the Fort Harrison, and then they bring in experts for us to learn the latest and greatest about how we should be operating.
Right.
And then the networking is powerful because when you can get in a room full of nonprofit leaders and discuss our challenges or share our successes with each other, it just makes everybody stronger.
Yes, it does.
And so every 3 months they put on the block party on Cleveland Street, and they provide each nonprofit. All you have to do is come in and set up, put things on top of your table.
The tables are provided.
Everything's provided.
Oh, nice.
They do the banners. They do everything. And
what a time saver.
They do, and a money saver. And it's, and they do gorgeous work. So and they had me right on the corner. So the Benevolution Foundation was on the corner of Cleveland and Garden.
The golden spot.
Yes, man, I got to say hi to everybody, right, Lorena?
Coming and going, I heard, huh?
What I love about what they do is they have kind of like a treasure hunt card because they want all the attendees to talk to us. So every they give us each nonprofit like a big old handful of raffle tickets or door prize tickets. And for every person that comes up and talks to you, you initial their card, and you give them a raffle ticket. Then at the end of the night, they give away good prizes.
Nice.
The top prize was a $500 Visa gift card.
How nice.
So people are very motivated to learn about what we do.
Absolutely.
And we might have some new listeners because we got to tell everybody what we were doing there.
Welcome.
Yay. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
She's tuned in?
Yeah, she tuned in.
Christine with Kids Campaign is on Facebook Live with us. We love you.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So, going back to what we were doing with the Benevolution Foundation, part of the radio show is dedicated to spotlighting worthy local nonprofits. My passion is to support the all volunteer managed ones, mainly because they're all volunteers.
They're all volunteers. Right? They're giving their time.
Yeah, kind of like me. They don't call me the serial volunteer for nothing. And I'm not talking about Lucky Charms, people. So they're my people. They're my tribe.
That's it.
And when you when you've done something like that and know how much of an investment it is, the nonprofits in that situation, a lot of times are just being solely supported by their family and their family members and their close friends.
Right.
So with the Benevolution Foundation, our goal is to not only hopefully provide them with some grant funding, but to get the word out into our neighborhoods about our neighbors
For the good.
doing good.
Right.
So
Caught you doing good.
And it's not free to be on the radio. So Saturday we pulled a double shift. We did the Saturday community market. That is every Saturday. And we are growing. And then I walked up the street. It was like a half a block. It was awesome. I could see the market from where I was. I was like, hey guys. And we did the block party and got to talk to a lot of people. Very enthusiastic
Wonderful.
people. They're enthusiastic about the Benevolution Foundation mission, which makes me happy.
Sure.
And we were telling them about the show. And so we had a gift basket that we were raffling or door prizing off. And we raised some money. But what we're trying to do is encourage our neighbors. You know, if you enjoy the show, and you have a few dollars, every few dollars counts, and you'll help us stay on the air for longer and longer and longer.
It all adds up.
Yeah. So our Facebook family, before we went on the air, about what you did this weekend, because I just love where you were and their mission, but you got to move up a little bit.
Well,
Lean forward.
had the pleasure of being able to be a part of the fundraising event at the Long Center called the Festival of Trees. What an amazing event, what an amazing group of people, leaders, volunteers. It was all volunteers. Again, I just had a wonderful time. I met so many wonderful people. Once a year, the ARC Foundation, who supports special needs community out there with 18 different group homes, 2 art studios, and 1 assisted managed apartment community to offer the best quality of life and the resources to be able to achieve that to our special needs community. And this is their big fundraiser. It was a 4-day event from Thursday until Sunday. Every day was chock full of all kinds of entertainment, children all dressed up in the beautiful outfits, dancing and singing. And it was a wonderful event for everyone. It was family friendly. The trees were just amazing how they were decorated. Each one was themed. Like there was a Harry Potter tree.
Oh, very cool.
There was a mermaid
I loved
tree.
your videos that you were posting. I live vicariously through my vendor family. It's fun to see the other events that you guys do.
That was my first time ever doing a Facebook Live.
That was good. You did a good job.
I learned from it, but the beginning was very good. In the end, I kind of raced by a little bit, and I learned to slow down a little bit next time. But
yeah, people are like,
I get
"Wee."
excited. I know I get excited a little bit about these great things. And then I met a wonderful young lady that I made a new friend, Maxine. Wants to be an entrepreneur like us, and I'm going to try to connect her and help her with some things to get her to where she wants to be. She makes some beautiful headbands. They're called Sparkles by Maxine. And let me tell you, this young lady sparkles everywhere she goes. You can't you? Full of upseller. She upsells.
Ooh.
Absolutely. She's right on the ball. She was making her headbands right there on the table. She was right close to me, so we could see her.
Right.
And we just had a great time. I had a great time with her. So I've got a new friend for life, and I'm very excited about that. And she wants to come out and check out the MarketSpace for good. That's what she wants to do. She wants to be on Shark Tank one day.
That's so fantastic.
All the way to Shark Tank, right? Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got to start somewhere. You got to have
Absolutely.
dreams.
I was just going to say that you have to have dreams to reach for, and nothing's out of the question. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Yeah, dreams and dedication and a work ethic.
Exactly. It's going to take hard work,
Mm-hmm.
but anything.
Looking forward to meeting her and her mother.
Right.
So what we're doing at the MarketSpace, starting tomorrow, we have a pop-up gift shop. and we are rotating a few new vendors through each week. And so not only will you be able to visit to pick up your fruit butters anytime at the MarketSpace, we do have our founders that are there all month long. And I told, did I mention? So I had a couple come in, and they probably wanted to buy one of each of your stuff, and they were worried that you weren't going to be there next week at the MarketSpace. I said, "Oh no, Aunt Neci's going to be here until she can't put up with me anymore."
You're stuck with me.
And so Aunt Neci will be there for at the MarketSpace for good. We are actually in the creative suites of Station Square, and I love our little boutique.
Oh, I do too. It is stunning.
Yes, and my husband did a pretty fantastic job on taking direction on how many shelves I wanted
The
in there
shelves
too.
came out beautiful.
Yeah. So basically, what we do is, as the MarketSpace for Good pop-up, is because I do things differently. In case you don't know, the vendors come in, and I'm opening it up for this afternoon too, because we had a couple of vendors that couldn't make it last night. The basic premise is that if you do markets or if you sell and you would like to be available on a retail shelf and see how your products work for a very low price. In fact, I was told that I'm only charging half of what I should charge, but that's okay. I do want to prove the concept, like you said. So basically you want to get in early.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna prove this concept, and then it will have to go up, because eventually my family would like to not have all the volunteer service that they're doing. We'd like to pay the bills too.
Yes.
So you come in on a Sunday evening and you set up your shelf. It's 12 inches by 4 feet, and then you get a 12-inch height between them, unless you're on the top shelf. And if you're on the top shelf, I would recommend that you have large products to
Right.
showcase, because they're at 6 foot high level. They will go on a first come, first serve basis. So we are looking for artists too.
I was going to say an artist would be good for this that top shelf. Because,
oh, absolutely. That's where the copper artist displays his big product, his big pictures. We have plenty of wall space as well, because our ceilings are like twice as high as the other space. I'm not twice as high. That would be pretty tall. But I know I have at least 2 or possibly 2.5 more feet in wall space than we do height-wise than we do at our old space. So we are looking for artists. And I got to talk to a few at the block party that are interested. Come in on Sunday night. You check in your shelf. Lorena is our inventory manager extraordinaire.
Yes,
She's very meticulous, and she will set you up in our system, and then you're there all week. And what's even better is you get the bonus of being a part of our indoor showcase during the Saturday community market.
Yeah.
So it's actually 2 events that you're a part of, all for $50.
Wow.
There's a $25 registration fee one time, but
come on, folks.
Yeah, it's just $50.
It's an awesome opportunity. Give it a try.
6 days on a shelf, and then Rashida's sweet trees are there.
I saw them. I can't wait to see them in person.
Yes. So she asked a very valid question, and see, I love questions.
Of course.
Instead of just assuming that it wouldn't work for your business, challenge me.
I kind of did too.
Yeah, she did. Denise always challenges me. She's good about that, because then I get to understand because I'm thinking of it as a concept, and then you have valid concerns. And if I want to address those concerns, I'm not going to argue with you, but I want to know feedback. This is how we learn together.
Exactly.
And Rashida had a very valid question. She said, well, do I get to add inventory if I sell out? Absolutely. It is your shelf for 6 days.
Right.
So, come in every day if you want to switch it out. It's, and the concept, because what I learned was most retail spaces, they buy the product off the vendor and then they price it. They price it to make money.
Right.
What my goal is an entrepreneur incubator is offering you the space and the marketing, and then you get to decide what your price point should be.
Right.
So, you have to weigh in the membership, the $50 to be there, and the exposure. What I do want people to understand is you're paying for more than a shelf.
Right.
Because I design a special promo for you.
You just don't stand there in the store waiting for customers to come in and say, I want this. She's out there beating the streets, talking to people, going over and say, hey, I got this product over here that you need to have in your store. She's connecting people with each other that can help each other. She's talking on the radio to promote us. She's probably doing more than I know she's doing because that's just who she is. She's out there. She puts 110% into everything.
And I know it's hard for some people to understand that. They just think they're paying an event out there that just collect the fee and
that's true.
Hope that people will show up.
That's true. And once they have the money and they fill the space, their job is done.
Yeah, that annoys me.
Well, there's a whole lot more to it than that.
Yeah.
You have to care.
Right.
And then there are those that like you that care, that want to make sure that, you had a great show too. Every good business deal, both parties profit from, not just one.
Right. Well, and then I completely get it that with new concepts, there is a fear factor.
It's a scary thing.
Well, because everybody works hard for their money. Everybody works hard for their money. And it's an investment for your business. Right. So if I've sent out about 40 emails, and I haven't heard back from a few that I thought were very enthusiastic. So if you contacted us through our sign up form, now go to shoplocalforgood.com and go on the events page. There are sign up forms in each event. They're inquiry forms. What I do is I do reply to everyone to explain how the process works, and then you get an invitation to the actual application.
Because there's a very important concept going on there.
Yeah.
You have a non-compete policy.
That's why you have to
fill
out.
Very, very important, and that's worth its weight in gold right there. And that's why you have to fill that out.
Right.
Because
I'm a stickler on that, guys. I mean, I really am. I've gone to events where there's just way too many of one kind of product.
I have too.
Nobody's successful that way.
That's true.
The guests are aggravated because there's like 50 of the same thing, maybe a little bit different version.
Right.
We want to make it a pleasant shopping experience and make sure everybody's a success. Everybody.
A unique variety. Right.
Yeah. Well, it's just more fun that way too.
True.
We're going to have to break in a few minutes, but I do wanted to explain a little bit, and thank you for bringing that up. The inquiry form is a screening process. Now we're booking from until April of 2019.
Right.
So just because and then I've given you two, you can pick a first
week. You get to choose, right?
Yeah, you can pick a first option and a second option. So if you don't qualify for the first option, you might qualify for the second.
Right.
And then there's 4 weeks in every month, and sometimes 5.
That's true too.
So if your first two choices, I will get. The point is I get back with everybody,
right?
And I'm thinking that people aren't on top of their email, or I'm landing in spam, and they're thinking I'm not getting back to them, and I'm definitely getting back to everybody.
I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, it might be 2 a.m, but I am getting back to everybody.
That's when we do some of our best work.
I know. Denise and I we brainstormed at 3 and 4 in the morning. Are you awake? I'm awake. Are you awake? What are you doing? Working. So yeah. Just a fair warning: if you have email notifications on your phone, you might want to turn them down at night if you reach out to me, because you might get one at 2 a.m. So anyway, that's the MarketSpace for Good pop-up gift shop. And we got to meet with some city of Clearwater leaders.
Wonderful.
And I'm really excited about, they're really excited
That's
about
what I was just
going to
say. They're excited.
And so we've got a couple of night markets. We have a few night markets coming up in December. Y'all need to just go to Shop Local for Goods
Right,
page.
yes, you do.
And or the MarketSpace for Goods
Look out,
page.
Dunedin Safety Harbor. Here comes Clearwater.
Exactly. So we're going to bring Denise back in. I'm going to hold her hostage for the next half hour or the first half hour. And then we'll have the Kings Bistro family coming in too.
Ooh,
so
I heard they had awesome.
Yeah. All right. So stick with us. The Tan Talk Radio Network has to give you some updates on traffic and weather and some other stuff. And this is the Shop Local for Good News Monday Motivation Show. I'm Karena Morrison, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
WTAN, Clearwater,
FM 106.1,
WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay, WZHR, Zephyr Hills,
FM 104.3.
Listen.
Returning home, no interview. I'm Michael Toscano. A memorial service last night at a church in Chico, California, with the death toll from the Northern California wildfire now at 77 and just under 1,000 people still not accounted for. Some evacuees are getting back into neighborhoods in what used to be the town of Paradise, as we hear now from Kaylee Hartung.
It was an incredibly emotional and shocking experience, even for people who found their homes still standing in these partially burned areas. Crews have been working 24/7 to make these evacuation routes safe for some people to return.
Teams looking for human remains in the rubble will add searchers today as midweek rains might wash some remains away, and there's a threat of mudslides at hills with vegetation burned away. President Trump says he won't get involved in the Russia investigation, leaving that to his hand-picked acting attorney general, and that's exactly what worries Democrats on Capitol Hill.
The president tells Fox News Sunday he's unlikely to agree to an interview with special counsel Robert Mueller's team, saying the Russia investigation has wasted enough time. As for the thought his acting attorney general choice, Matt Whitaker, might move to end the probe.
Look, it's going to be up to him. I think he's very well aware politically. I think he's astute politically. He's a very smart person, a very respected person. He's going to do what's right.
Sporadic updates from the Mueller investigation indicate there is no end in sight, though President Trump has answered questions specifically about Russia's election interference in writing. Bob Costantini, the White House.
Kansas Governor Jeff Collier is demanding the resignation of white Leavenworth County Commissioner Lewis Klemp, who claimed he was part of the master race when talking to an African-American consultant during a public meeting last week.
I don't want you to think I'm picking on you, because we're part of the master race. You know, you got a gap in your teeth. You're the master race. Don't ever forget that.
Klemp has not explained what he meant. Pre-market trading showing mild losses now on Wall Street. I'm Michael Toscano.
An official message from Medicare. Open enrollment ends soon.
So now's the time to be open-minded.
Look at everything, like prescription drug plans and Medicare Advantage plans from private insurers.
Why? Because plans change. So can your health needs.
I found lower costs and extra benefits and saved money.
Open to something better? Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE today.
Open enrollment ends December 7th.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
What's in store this Black Friday at your local Staples?
Comfort
and joy.
As in the comfort of a Staples gaming chair.
And the joy of big Black Friday savings.
Great for work or play, Staples gaming chairs are just $99.99, 50% off.
Plus, you'll find huge Black Friday savings at Staples on the hottest holiday tech, laptops, printers, tablets, and more.
The most wonderful deals of the year are at Staples this Black Friday, where there's a whole lot in store.
Valid 11/22 to 11/26/18 while supplies last.
This is Downtown Dave. How would you like to be able to promote yourself, your business, or someone else's business for less than the cost of one 60-second commercial on many Tampa Bay radio stations? Here's the deal. You can have your own 1-hour radio program on the Tan Talk Network for less than the cost of one 60-second announcement on many Tampa Bay stations. Your program will be on 2 Tampa Bay radio stations and will cover 4 million people in Florida, plus worldwide on the internet in both audio and video. And you'll have a web link for your business on the Tan Talk 1340 website. We provide the producer, the state-of-the-art equipment, free production of commercials, and much more. Check it out today. Call Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at 727-510-7622. That's 510-7622. Call Lola O'Brien now, 727-510-7622. Call now and your 1-hour radio program can start tomorrow. Call 510-7622 for Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Tune in every Monday night from 7 to 8 for the Players Show. For the 17th consecutive year, we'll broadcast live from the Press Box Sports Emporium, located at 222 Southdale, Mabry, and Tampa. Fans review last week's game, preview the upcoming one, and have a different player each week. So come out and join us, or tune in every Monday night from 7 to 8.
Cyberknife Center Tampa in Tampa says, by opening our hearts for the holidays and joining in for our Toys for Joy campaign, we can show these children that they can still count on grown-ups for strength, support, and most of all, love. That's message courtesy of Cyberknife Center Tampa at 5935 Webb Road in Tampa. They're always working to move our community in a positive direction. For more information, call 813-657-4004. That's for Cyberknife Center Tampa on the air because they care about our community. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
Tom O'Brien is on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Every Monday through Friday from 4 till 5 p.m., Tom takes to the airwaves as he breaks down the day's market action. Tom combines his technical knowledge of the markets with his years of trading experience to take your calls and questions every market day from 4 to 5 p.m. Whether you're new to trading or an active day trader, don't miss out on the Tom O'Brien Show live on the Tan Talk.
Hi, this is John Austin, host of the Book Club on the Tan Talk Radio Network. I spent 35 years in publishing, and today I want to tell you about a book that could change your life. The book is No Cash, No Problem. The author is Dave Wagenford. Dave Wagenford is one of the greatest barter experts in the world. He's bartered over $500 million in goods and services. If you want to remodel your home, but the cost is just too high, or maybe there's an automobile that you have dreamed of owning but thought you just couldn't afford, well, this book will allow you to do both of those things, plus hundreds more with little or no cash. Maybe you're a business owner with a cash flow problem that leads to low or non-existing profits. Read this book and see how you can increase your cash flow and your profits by time-proven techniques. The book again is No Cash, No Problem, and you can buy it now online at www.tantalknetwork.com. Click on the book and follow the instructions, or pick up the phone and call Lola at 727-441-3311. The book costs only $6.99, so do yourself a favor and buy the book today.
Are you glad that Hurricane Florence missed you? That's understandable. But have you considered those who live where Florence did her worst? Just a year ago, Tampa and St. Petersburg suffered damage from a hurricane. Remember how long it took to recover? During that crucial time, the Red Cross was here to help. Now, the Red Cross needs your help. Please donate generously. Please help them help others.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's Monday. Do you need some Monday motivation? The Shop Local for Good News team is here. I'm Karena Morrison, and we're bringing you the good news stories of our neighbors doing good in our neighborhoods.
You can find us on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page, and we're looking forward to your calls.
Let's get this Shop Local for Good News conversation started, shall we? Happy Monday. This is Karena with Shop Local for Good News, and this is your Monday motivation. We're on every Monday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the wonderful Tan Talk Radio Network. We want to give a shout out to our fantastic producer, Ed, for keeping us in line and for doing the wonderful work behind the scenes. We appreciate Ed. Ed came out to the Macaroni and Cheese Festival and broadcast live for us, or helped us with our live broadcast. So he goes above and beyond. So we appreciate Ed. Now we've got some new guests that came in during the break.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And I'm really excited to introduce our Kings Bistro family. Would you like to give us your name?
Yes, my name is Ramon Vega.
Ramon
with the Kings Bistro.
With the Kings Bistro. And this is a very special family. I met them last year, and I appreciate how hard they work. You guys work really hard. And they actually won Tampa Bay's Best Mac and Cheese. Now, those judges were pretty tough. They wouldn't let me hear the deliberations, but I know Edie. I know Edie, and she knows her mac and cheese. And so we had Edie Darling, and then we had the Folk University guys, Mike Twitty and John Thrasher, and then Eddie Adams Jr. with Porch Talk Radio. That was our celebrity panel. And even though you ran out before our last judge got there, oh my gosh, we were slammed. Y'all were slammed.
We were very
you
worried
never
about
stopped.
That. Yeah. No, we never
stopped. It was close enough to the end, but and then we had 3 trucks that were no-shows. So that just put more stress on you.
Well, they always had a line.
Everybody did.
Good things are worth waiting for now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I walked up to one of the other vendors, and the wife, she was like, I didn't even get a chance to go to the bathroom today. I'm like, okay.
Good problem.
I mean, it was really bad. I didn't even get a chance to try the mac and cheese that day.
Wow. So, okay. Well, this is a testament to how good your mac and cheese is, because when the last judge got there, they're like, come here. We're going to talk to you about this mac and cheese deal. He did get to try 2 of them, and so it was so good, they convinced the other judge. So this is your award. And it's basically what we did was we screen printed the social media promotion of you winning on a piece of metal.
That was beautiful.
I think it's aluminum. And so it should last, and maybe, it could go on your truck.
Oh, it definitely will. Definitely putting it out there.
It sparkles.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
What I'd love to learn a little bit more about your family, because you are you still trying to help your family in Puerto Rico?
Yes. Always.
Yeah. And are they still in recovery mode from last year?
They are.
So we need to get that story out too. The Kings Bistro, they serve up mac and cheese and more.
Yes, and a lot more.
A lot of more, yes.
We're very
I heard
glad
those
that everyone loved the
quesadillas were
mac and
amazing.
cheese.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was sitting over there in my little corner just making those quesadillas,
right?
One by one, line of tickets.
And I have to comment that as a chef myself, you got it just right, because you brought the cheese all the way out to the end.
Oh, it's very
it has
important.
to come out. It is important to come
when
out and get
cuts
that
off.
crunchy part going on. Yes, indeed. I noticed.
Glad you noticed the little details.
Yes, indeed. It was very good.
Yes, they are. They know their craft. How long has the Kings Bistro been serving up Tampa Bay?
Kings Bistro been serving about 7 years.
Wow.
And we actually just recently, within the past 2 years, started doing the mac and cheese. We always did it at home with the family, and decided one day after we got presented with trying this mac and cheese event, like, okay, let's bring it out to the world then.
Yes.
And it happened to work out perfectly.
Well, and last year, you got to be on air with Michael Clayton, and he was a fan.
Yes.
He was.
My first interview.
Yay! Oh well, you did a great job. You did a great job. So, and that's why I wanted to have you back on too. Not only to award you with the honor of Tampa Bay's best mac and cheese. Tampa Bay's best. Now, here's what was fun. I don't know if you guys saw the event when I was announcing all the winners. Apparently, there is a macaroni and cheese truck. I don't know how he didn't find me with all the promotions.
Wow.
I reached over 330,000 people in 10 months with that event. And all of a sudden he comes along after the event and he goes, "Why didn't you reach out to me?" I'm like, "Dude, really?"
Everybody always wants to be participating when they know it's successful.
Have you been out of the country?
I know exactly. We had over 16,000 people that were interested or wanting to go in the event. That's why you guys were slammed. And then another 4,000 that were invited that didn't get to see their invitation. So next year we're gonna have to move into a bigger venue.
Yes, and next year we'll make sure to bring plenty more mac and
Yes.
cheese. We don't want to run out again like we did this time.
Oh, you won't. You won't.
Oh, we won't.
No. I'll have a backup plan. And it was like last minute things that happened.
Exactly.
And then boy, did I get the hate mail. I gotta tell you guys. That's okay. People don't understand. I mean, the Bacon Boss food truck, his motor blew up. I mean, and the week before, the week before, he went up to Georgia to get a new motor, came back, the mechanic put it in, and he finds out the day before that, that night of, that the motor that he went up to Georgia to buy was bad. And I mean, this is a hardworking family. They went out of there and they were just devastated.
Yeah,
so
that stuff does happen. It happened to us just last year. We were out for almost a month because we were having problems with getting the truck to the places.
That hurts.
Yeah, and people need to wrap their heads around. You are
they
a
get upset with us.
mobile
We're like,
business.
"Yes."
I know. You're a mobile business. You have challenges that brick and mortars don't have.
Exactly, and we want to be there. It's like,
Yeah.
that's how we make our money. So when they get mad at us, we're confused about that. We're like, oh, well, if we want to be there.
You know what? I might have to talk to you later because where I'm at now in downtown Clearwater, there's an empty restaurant space across the street from me. If you ever thought about getting into brick and mortar, I'd love to have you guys across the street. Oh my gosh, I could eat Kings Bistro every day.
That's definitely a dream of ours.
Yes.
It's not only about burgers and fries. We have rice, beans.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got to talk about that. Because the restaurants close on the weekends on the block I'm on.
Right.
Well, they serve.
silly.
They're so busy serving the corporate crowd during the week. But between us, we could bring them down there. Plus, with the Saturday community market and then Station Square Park right there, I'm brainstorming live on the radio. By the way,
This is how these things happen.
Exactly.
You never know.
So, and with the Station Square City Park right next door, we could put some events together. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I just love this family so much. They're so positive. Gladys always has a smile.
Always.
Gladys is in the background. You can probably barely hear her, but she's the mama.
Yes.
Oh yes.
And I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate you too.
So, what do you have coming up? You want to promote any of your events that you have coming up so that people can find you?
Like corporate lunches.
Oh, okay.
Yes, right now we're doing a lot of private corporate lunches, things like that.
Nice.
Okay.
But if anyone wants the
catering.
Kings Bistro, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram.
Yes.
And you do catering
We're gonna start doing it
without the truck? Can you do it without the truck?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're actually just starting to explore that, to be honest with you.
Fantastic. I need food on the patio for my Saturday market. We'll be talking
about that.
Okay.
We'll be talking.
Yes.
But let's put it this way: the first market, because Aunt Neci has her food products inside our retail space. She sold a jar of pickled garlic, and we were all that was the lunch we had. It was crazy. So yes, food is needed on the weekends in downtown Clearwater. I mean, they have them up the block, but if I'm wanting to drive people to Station Square City Park, it's a beautiful park.
It sure is.
And we're gonna have a huge event on December 1st. We're gonna be there all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. We'll be on the patio because Ruth Eckerd Hall is having a Christmas of the Macy's Miracle on Cleveland Street.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna have Miracle on Cleveland Street, and they're gonna have the city light the tree.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, let's talk.
Yes.
Because this perfect place that we are in is the private patio.
Okay.
So the permitting and everything, you'll be on a private patio. So you're not having to actually go through the city. It's private property.
And you put up the tents and provide the tables, and all
Yeah.
you have to do is bring your wares and the tablecloth.
Now, Vector Bar, they are the coolest. It's like all the retro arcade games, and they're looking for a truck for their property too. Oh shoot! I just announced that on the radio. I do want to give a shout out to the owner. I do want to give a shout out to the owners. Yeah, a Vector Bar. They're such a nice couple, and really care about the 600 block. So if you want to go to downtown Clearwater 600 block rocks, that's our group. That's a 600 group. Now, hopefully, I want to move us to working all the way together, but you got to build out. So 600 block is where we're located.
Okay.
628 Cleveland Street, and so we'll drive activity, especially with the city park there. Drive activity and then bloom out, because there's lots of businesses in downtown Clearwater that people aren't aware of.
Something that just needs to get started, and then
And there's
it bloom out.
Yeah, and there's an empty restaurant space.
Domino effect.
That I'm gonna nudge Gladys and
All right.
you guys to get into.
I'll be there.
It's a cute little spot. It's right on the corner too.
All right.
Yeah. So congratulations to the
Thank
Kings
you again.
Bistro. And now, do you have any type of a GoFundMe or anything set up for your family in Puerto Rico? No.
Not currently. No, we're just donating part of our sales.
Okay. So if you're looking for catering, I highly recommend the Kings Bistro. I've not had anything bad from you guys.
Thank you very much.
Care. Well, you could tell that you care about your product.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all family, me, my brother, parents. That's all.
And you just have such a great attitude about life.
You have to.
So you're looking into going into catering.
Yes.
Okay.
Big catering. And yeah, we're gonna start announcing it soon. Try to get it out there.
So
Try
I
to
got
get some
the
business.
scoop.
Yes, you did.
Yay! I'm so excited.
You guys are all the first to hear.
Yes. Oh, I got the scoop, and so did our neighbors that listen to Tan Talk Network. The Monday Motivation. They got the scoop too. So that's cool. So what other kind of foods do you do than mac and cheese? Let's talk about that too, because it isn't all about macaroni and cheese.
That is very true. We have our delicious quesadilla, our chicken quesadilla. We also have our quarter pound burgers and chicken on a stick, which we're famous for. We put barbecue sauce on it, or tangy or hot sauce. Serve with a side of fries.
Their fries are fantastic.
Then we can make rice, beans.
And we also, well, for special events, we do burritos. We also have this thing called Puerto Rican nachos that we make with fried sliced potatoes in a pan with the cheesy crust, like you were talking about before, and with rice, beans, chicken. It's delicious.
Interesting.
And how long have you been cooking?
How long have I been cooking personally?
Yes.
About 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the food truck, like 5.
Right. Fantastic. And you like to, what did you think about the competition? Did you like it better this year?
Oh, well, I wish I had more time to actually go look around. I had no time. I was just busy in the truck, just focused on there.
Yeah, we switched it up because the year before people had ballots that they had to vote. This year we wanted a panel of judges, so it was less confusing and less work on your end. Because I just wanted you guys to be able to serve as much mac and cheese, because this is a business for them.
Oh, yeah, we're glad you did that as well, because, yeah, it was very confusing last time.
Yeah.
Just because, well, more for trying to give it to the people, trying to explain to them what to do. They weren't exactly
that takes
sure.
time from serving.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I can tell you I still have leftover ballots from the year before. I've got to figure out something to do with them. I don't know. Make paper dolls. I bought too many.
Did you put macaroni and cheese on one of those hamburgers for this event?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
we actually put mac
what
and
my
cheese
friend had.
with either barbecue sauce or hot sauce
Right.
on top.
He didn't have anything left of that by the time he got to my booth. I didn't even get to see that.
best
It was
You didn't even get a
good.
bite.
No, he just talked about how good it was.
Awesome. That's what we like to hear. Yeah,
Exactly.
our best seller there was definitely the mac and cheese quesadilla.
Mhm.
With bacon.
It was good.
Of course.
With bacon.
I got to
Gotta
try
have
it.
the bacon.
Gotta have bacon.
Oh yeah.
So, your nonprofit this year that your votes were going towards was the New Hope Church Youth Activity Center.
Yes.
So, and I appreciate you stepping up for that. Each vendor was given the choice of one of the nonprofits. There was quite a few, and you picked the Youth Activity Center. So we appreciate you trying to get the word out about that at your other events, because Gladys sent me a message a couple weeks before, and she goes, "I want 100. I want 100 tickets." So I went out to and got them to you. So I appreciate you doing that, because that does take away from your business of trying to serve. So that was above and beyond on your call of duty. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we've covered your catering. Is there anything else? What do you do for fun?
What do we do for fun?
Yes. I know. I mean, it can be fun going to events and serving food, but there's another 8 hours in the day.
Yes. Well, I also have a second job, but other than that, yes, I do go out. I try to go to some of the events that we do while we're not there.
Right.
And
Go around, talk to the vendors.
Exactly.
Because we are a big family.
Exactly.
Yeah. When we hopefully step up for each other when we need help.
Yes.
I've seen it happen. So.
Oh yes. Yeah. We're happy with everything that's going on. And yeah, like you said, everyone comes together whenever we need help.
Okay. So we do want everyone to go to the Kings Bistro page so that they can track you down, because you set up events so that people can find you.
Yes, we're on Facebook at the Kings Bistro. We're also on Instagram.
Tell about the bread pudding that we're making.
Oh,
bread pudding.
Yes.
Making it for the holidays.
Oh wow.
She just said the magic words
Coconut, raisin, or rum.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So you're gonna be selling that off the truck?
Yes, off the truck and also online. Through Facebook.
Really?
I make it myself.
Do you put a sauce on it?
On the bread.
On the bread pudding, do you put a sauce on it? No, okay.
No.
Some people pour like a lemon glaze on their.
When she said rum, sometimes I've seen the rum. It's like a little sauce, like a hard sauce, like that would go over. Sometimes I was just curious.
But you'll be selling it through your Facebook page?
Yes. Yeah. Through the Facebook page, through Facebook.
I'm going to tell you, I'm a Southerner. I love me some bread pudding.
So far, everyone said it's delicious, best they had.
Okay.
So you definitely have to try it.
You don't see that just everywhere anymore.
No.
You don't.
Everyone's surprised when they see it. Oh, bread pudding. Let me try that.
Well, here's from my childhood. I'll give you a little childhood story.
Exactly.
When money was tight, no food got wasted. So if the bread got stale,
right,
you made bread pudding.
Right.
And there are all kinds of bread pudding. And if you were hungry, you ate it.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of ways you could use, bread, and you don't have to use stale bread. I like the different kinds of bread. Like I've seen it being made with like rye. So it's got a little bit of a,
right.
I know that sounds odd, but it's more of a savory bread pudding.
Okay.
Yeah. But the sweets, I'm all about the sweets.
Right.
Yes.
The rye's a
I
nice
can't wait to
variation.
try it.
All right.
Oh, you definitely have to, yes.
Okay, so that's the Kings Bistro, on Facebook.
Yes. And also on Instagram, the Kings Bistro.
Well, I'll be happy to like
cool.
that when I go home.
That is amazing. And so what else should we talk about? What else do you have coming up other than the bread pudding and the catering? What got you started? What got you started in the food truck? I want to know what got you started in the food truck industry.
In the food truck?
Yeah, because Gladys, you've had some challenges, like fires and things like that. I heard.
Yeah, we lost the house, a three-story house in a fire.
You want to switch out with it? Come on. Okay.
We went through a lot. We went through a lot of situations years back. Like you said, we lost our house during the fire, and it was just, okay, what can we do to try to recover, get back to where we were? And the food truck kind of just landed on us. It was like, okay, here's a food truck. Would you like it? Good
Wow.
price.
Nice.
Like, okay.
Came out of the ashes. What's that bird called that rises out of the ashes?
It was meant to be, and ever
Wonderful.
since then, it was great.
So that's fantastic. And there's a lot of what I want people to understand too on Monday Motivation is there's a lot of behind the scenes regulations that you guys have to go through and fees that you have to pay and permits. And so it's not just buying, it's not just in licenses through the state and wherever.
Oh, yes. It was a very long learning process.
Yeah.
Like the first couple years, very difficult as far as, having your word of mouth out there, finding events, getting invited to events. Once you're there, okay, how do we please this specific group of people?
Right.
Whereas now we're way more comfortable. We have our regular menu. Everything is set and running smoothly.
Good word of mouth. Good word of mouth. Well, you serve a quality product too. So that reputation follows you.
Quality product, good portion size.
Oh my gosh. So many French fries that you can't even imagine.
Most wonderful ingredient, lots of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we try to bring in new things every once in a while. Our newest thing that we bring in is called a fajita pocket. Which is sauteed onions and peppers, chicken, cheese, all wrapped up in a tortilla.
Oh, yum.
And
that'll go well at the Saturday community market, just saying.
And the burger wrapped in a tortilla.
Yes. We also have our hamburger wrapped in a tortilla instead of a traditional bun. Wrapped in tortilla, toasted.
Better for you, healthier for you than
less carbs. Everyone loves it.
Nice.
Especially in office buildings where they're kind of on the go, kind of trying to get right back to their cubicle or whatever. And they love it.
You can eat it and walk at the same time.
Exactly. It's like a little pocket.
Right. So when I do hashtag eat local, people, this is what I mean. You want to seek out the hardworking families that are doing the hard work of going into your neighborhoods and serving, at events. Go out, play local, hashtag play local.
Yes.
And then eat local with families like the Kings Bistro. Or if you've got a party or if you're needing catering, reach out to their family for catering too. I can honestly say that I have not had anything that I did not like from the Kings Bistro.
Thank you.
And they've done several of my events. All of my events. You guys have done all my events. That's
since
cool.
you started.
Yes. So now with the catering, you would just give them a per plate price.
Yes.
You work with them on a menu.
Like I said, you got the exclusive. So we're still kind of working on all the details as far as exactly how we're going to do it. So we'll let everyone know. Give us, contact us if you need to, and we'll give you the information.
Nice. I'm excited for you on this new addition to your journey.
Yes, we're excited as well.
Yes.
Now, what are some of the things that that you hear that are needed? Are still needed, other than funding? Are there items that can be sent down or
clothing?
For kids.
Kids' clothes?
Yeah.
Okay.
More than anything.
Really?
For sure, toys now for Christmas.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I just have to say, this is put in my mind that this couple and the Kings Bistro is the perfect example of supporting small business and helping them help their family and others and their children put food on the table for some people, instead of supporting a big corporation and giving that CEO a third yacht or another summer home. This is where it's at. People, support your small business, because that's putting food on the table for them. Might get a little girl a ballerina outfit or a little boy a football jersey. And this lovely family is helping Puerto Rico still recover after a year.
And it's a long
kudos.
way to go.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I must say, I've been to
here,
Puerto
yeah.
Rico. It was a beautiful place. I was very young. On my way to the Virgin St. Thomas, actually. We had to stop in Puerto Rico. I was probably 17 or 18. I would love to go back again and I'd probably appreciate it more, but it was lovely. A lot of history there.
Yes.
A lot of history.
It's funny that you say like there's a lot of things I did when I was younger. I was like, oh, I can't wait to experience that again as an adult.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean, your younger self was you don't judge your younger self, but but recognizing that you will appreciate it more is good too.
You see differently through your younger eyes and your older eyes. I'm going to say
Younger kind of just focus on one other
right.
thing.
You're a different person then.
Well, and I like that you brought that up, Denise. The concept of actually doing business with small businesses is much more than a paycheck for that small business owner, because they, especially like the Kings Bistro family, they are doing, they're putting some of their proceeds to help families in need in Puerto Rico. You've got Aunt Neci that donated a very beautiful basket for kids campaign, and then put some of her products in and that kind of thing. So just know that the small business owners that Shop Local for Good is attracted to, and that usually that we work with on a regular basis, they're always giving back. They're giving back what they can while staying in business.
That's where it's
because there is a point where you can't give so much back because you have a mortgage and a power bill.
Yes.
And maybe a water bill. You think maybe rent on a store, maybe a radio show you have to pay for. Oh, that would be me.
I don't know about that one. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They got openings. I love the Tan Talk Radio Network. And it's really it doesn't take a lot, but it is an expense. And so if anybody out there loves the show and you're interested in helping support Tan Talk Radio
and keeping us here, bringing you the good news.
Yeah, the Monday Motivation, the Shop Local for Good Monday Motivation. We are looking for sponsors, so it's not as expensive as it sounds. We do have guest host spots, so if you want to be a radio guest host for a day, I won't let you. I just won't let you on the air. I have to give you a little boot camp.
I understand.
to be listed as the guest host. But Deborah Benoit with Healthy Start Today, she's one of our regulars. She does a really good job.
She does.
So do you want to hold that up so our Facebook family can see it? I can't wait to see that on your truck.
He's beaming. Look at those dimples.
I can't wait to.
They both have dimples.
My husband's like, you gotta frame that. I'm like, no. I think I can put it on the truck. And it shouldn't fade.
Yes, I was just thinking about that. Hopefully it won't.
Yeah, it's it's got a special coating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A UV coating on it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So
yes, definitely going to display it on the truck.
I'm so excited. Well, what else is happening in your life? Do you have any other local nonprofits that you have a passion for? You want to give a shout out to?
No,
not at the time. I just put him on the spot. He's like, Karena, that wasn't in the plans. Well, you did help the New Hope Church Youth Activity Center by helping there. So that is a local nonprofit mission. So we're meeting with them tomorrow. My team is, and we'll look into having you at the Saturday community market, catering. And on upcoming Saturday, or maybe on our December 1st extravaganza.
Hopefully we'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be a long day. It's going to be 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
We have no man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. We won't be hungry, Denise.
Excellent.
Because hungry vendors are grouchy.
Yes.
I know I'm grouchy.
Hangry. Hangry.
Yeah, hangry much? Hangry.
That's another thing we love about being a food truck. Go around to the other food trucks, trade food, get to try everyone else's delicious food.
I've seen that happen. That's fun.
Oh, yes. Almost every time.
Recipe ideas. Well, yeah, if you're not slammed with
yes, exactly.
a lot of mac and cheesy goers. Those lines were incredible.
I couldn't believe it. She had to keep looking away.
It's like I'm not looking.
Not looking.
And then Karena would come to the back door and go, I have another judge. Can't they just have a little bit?
I was so worried. We were starting to run out at that time. I was like, uh-oh.
I know. I swear it's the last one.
Glad it worked out. Glad I got to try it.
Yeah, that was good. And I'm glad these came.
Yes, and they look beautiful.
Because they were supposed to be there so I could award them at the event. Yeah. So then that didn't, you know how all things happen for a reason?
Mm-hmm.
That order didn't come through. So I canceled it. I'm like, look, you're not gonna get it to me. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, wouldn't it be cooler if I actually branded it with the winner? So that's why I waited to do, so it's more special.
It is. Yes. Personalized.
And I love that logo. Who made the logo?
That was Truckee.
Oh yeah, Truckee.
We actually did a TV. We were on a TV show actually called Truck You.
Okay.
And they actually painted the truck, worked on the motor a little bit for us.
Oh
my
goodness.
So when we're there, they're the ones who came up with the logo. Well, together with us, of course.
That is so cool.
What a wonderful story.
So what was the show about?
It's a diesel truck show.
Okay.
It's a diesel truck show, I guess. And yeah, every once in a while we still get people that come up. Weren't you guys on Truck You?
Oh, that's fantastic. So if you want to look it up on you think it's on Netflix?
The Velocity Network.
Velocity.
Yes, Velocity Network is where Truck You is. Yes.
I'll have to watch that episode. That
they have a food truck special, and that's us.
Very cool. Very cool. So see, you're getting more and more famous. I
We're
don't know
all
if you're
over the place.
regressing by being on my radio show.
Oh, no.
Or that is cool. So they painted your truck and everything, huh?
Yeah, everything. Yep.
Yes, we're
That is neat. Ed made your logo. The logo is cool. Eat like a king with the Kings Bistro.
That's it.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are going to we're going to motivate by talking about a couple other projects that we have coming up. And you guys are welcome to chime in on it because I love feedback. So we did mention that we have the pop-up gift shop, and it's a retail space at 628 Cleveland Street. We're in the Creative Suites. That is MarketSpace for Good. And then we have the Saturday community market that I'm going to try to see if you have availability in your schedule. So we have delicious Kings Bistro food on the patio while you shop. And we've got a couple of night markets coming up because the city of Clearwater is doing movie nights on Sunday evening in Station Square Park. The first one is December 16th, and it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And then the second one is December 23rd. These are Sunday nights, by the way. And that is the movie Polar Express. And they are marketing them for adults, which is interesting. So, maybe we can have they are going to have food vendors in the park because the city's running it. But that doesn't mean I can't have one on my patio. And now, how the patio works is a shared space because there's a bunch of us inside the creative suites. So, Shop Local for Good is trying not to be too greedy with the patio time.
But they're happy we're here. They're glad that you're the one doing it because they don't want to. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And
Yes, my family sets up on Friday night before. We set up 2 10 by 30 tents, and I can add up to 3 more 10 by 10s. So we have 90 feet. And then it's about, I think it's about 30 to 40 feet wide. So there's plenty of room for people to walk through. And so that's where the Saturday market comes through.
Lined with a beautiful wrought iron fence there, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just
we're
really nice.
right next door to Station Square Park, so you can see it.
Nice.
Parking garage attached, covered parking
Right there.
Yeah, so all you Florida peeps, we might be able to stay. Well, I'm booking until April for now. I'll see how the hot weather goes.
Gotcha.
You know,
It's
we
hard
might,
after
might
that.
be able to add some fans, or by that time we might be in the park because I plan on growing it. I want some activity on 600 block,
right,
for families.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We need
and
that.
people are actually mentioning that because, and something that I didn't notice even as a Clearwater resident, they're like, look around. There's no playgrounds. There's no playgrounds down here. So and I know there's plans for Coachman Park, I think, to have some form of
Yes.
a playground.
They're doing something. with
There's all
Coachman
kinds of
Park now.
plans. And so, but you know, to have it in the middle of the city, because if you go to other big cities,
They do, don't they?
they have a few playgrounds.
Of course.
And you know, kids need to get off their keyboards and play. Did you hear me, kids? You need to get off your keyboards and play.
Off the
Outside in
phones.
the fresh air.
Yes.
Use your imagination.
Right. So this Saturday is Shop Small Saturday, and I'll just expand it to Eat Local Saturday. Just
That's
do
it.
it. Just do it every day, and then then I won't have to pester you people.
Exactly.
Make it a way of life.
So this Saturday is a huge campaign. I think American Express started it. It's Shop Small Saturday. Shop local for good, I'm going to say. And we're going to have the Saturday market. We've got the holiday pop-up shop at the MarketSpace for Good. And we also have a weekly drawing. We have a weekly drawing, Lorena. I need you to run out to the car because we have to pull a name. You could do it. Sorry, people. I gotta move. She's got to move the camera for a minute.
She's trapped over there.
Basically, how it works at the MarketSpace, every day that you come in and make a purchase with one of our, you need the keys. They're in the purse that you just walked away from. I'm giving my daughter instructions live on the air here. So she's the best personal assistant ever.
All right.
Okay, so basically what we do at the MarketSpace for Good, every day that you come in and you make a purchase from one of our vendors, you get an entry to win one of our weekly prizes. So we have a gift basket each week, and then at the end of the month, we throw all the names back in, and we draw for a $50 shopping card at the MarketSpace for Good. Because I would rather invest that money in people that are actually spending money with my market family than paying a certain social media corporation that money.
Exactly.
We won't mention names.
We won't mention any names,
Right, of course.
because the certain social media corporation, I have plenty of experience with it, and every year, look, I know they're a business, but every year they make it harder and harder and harder for small businesses to promote without paying them.
Yes.
If you look at your Facebook page and see how many people actually see your posts and compare them between boosting and not boosting, it's pretty ridiculous lately. So, you know, I noticed that I've doubled my investment in boosting on that certain social media platform. So I'm gonna go back to old school and start doing more one-on-one canvassing, going and talking to my neighbors, getting off my keyboard. I want to take my own advice and get off my keyboard and go talk to my neighbors. So these are the shoppers for this past week. And I'm going to have you pick out a name.
Awesome.
So this will be for a gift basket from the MarketSpace for Good. And the winner is
Erica Woods.
Erica Woods. Yay.
Congratulations.
Yay. Erica Woods. So if your husband didn't know you shopped this week, I apologize.
Oh, no, didn't you hear? Your husband called and he said, get whatever you want.
Oh, see, okay. Did you hear
We didn't
that?
get that memo yet.
Okay.
Let me make sure everybody hears it. I love that one.
We'll give Erica a call and let her know that she won. Thank you for pulling that for me. So we call that the Local Loyal Shopper Reward Program, which is the world's longest name, because I've been asking people for a different name for months now, and nobody's stepping up. They're chicken.
I didn't even get that memo.
Local. I've been asking Local Loyal Shopper Reward Program. That's for the MarketSpace for Good. So
Local
if you
Loyal Shopper.
Yeah, it's too many words. It's too many words. We'll figure out something.
Get the people to send in suggestions.
I do. I want people to send me suggestions. That's shoplocalforgoodnews.com.
Let's make it a contest.
I did. Nobody submitted it. Nobody got the memo. Okay, here's the memo. We're having a contest for the MarketSpace for Good. I am brain frozen on the Local Loyal Shopper Reward Program. Yeah, I've been promoting this since August for a new name. So if you want to name the program, maybe we'll give you a $20 gift card to go shopping if you win. We'll have a contest and people can vote for it on a poll. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not making this hard or difficult. So if you have a fantastic idea, send us your idea at shoplocalforgoodnews.com. We have a contact us page. That's shoplocalforgoodnews.com for the MarketSpace for Goods Local Loyal Shopper Reward Program. I just explained it to you. Basically, you can get one entry per day for the week. We have a weekly winner, and then all the weekly winners go back into a great big pot for the monthly winner, and then the monthly winner gets a gift certificate to go shopping with our fantastic vendors like Neci's. The last month's winner came in, and part of their winnings, they got this really cool steampunk purse from Lauren. She's like, oh, that's so awesome.
Of course it is.
Yep. And then they got salsa, and then they got some of your fruit butter too. So you can really get a lot with $50 at the MarketSpace. And we love seeing you every day. Come visit us every day.
Yeah, step in and say hi.
Not every day. We're open from Tuesday through Sunday. Karena needs at least one day off. And my Monday is really not my day off because I'm here. And then there's, all those family
laundry.
Lorena's like
dishes.
Lorena's like, got her back on that one. Got her back on that one.
See, she is an awesome assistant.
Yeah, she's so not allowed to move out. She's not allowed to move out until I can hire somebody to do all that. No, I'm not kicking her out. She can stay. Yeah, but no, that's all all of the errands that us small businesses have to run, that a lot of business owners have to run, that most people aren't aware of.
Right.
It's not just showing up at the store.
We wish it was that easy.
Right?
That's true.
It's not just showing up and being fabulous with mac and cheese. There's a lot of work. We were talking on the phone the night before.
Yes.
Because you had a generator problem.
Yes.
Did you figure that out?
Remember we had the generator
Yes,
problem?
we actually just got a new one.
See, another expense.
Yep, another expense.
Well, me opening up the retail space in Clearwater, I had to pay the city of Clearwater.
Sure.
Business tax, government.
I'm getting ready to pay a big bunch when I get home.
Are you?
They're due. They're all due at Christmas time too, aren't they?
Oh man.
Lucky us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
agricultural license, both of them I can pay.
What people don't understand is if you serve food, you're not only are you regulated by federal too, or just state? State.
Okay, state.
State, and then sometimes there's county, and then of course there's the city permits.
Sometimes,
depending on the city, yes.
Depending.
Some
cities are. Yeah, some cities are more food truck friendly than others. I've heard.
This is true.
Yes.
Very true.
Okay, which bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Everyone
it's
could
a
be like
business.
Tampa. It'll be perfect.
Oh, okay.
They don't care.
So Tampa's very food truck friendly.
Yes.
That's I feel.
So we need to work
Very
on
good.
that. You need to work on that. I think the more the merrier.
Absolutely.
I agree.
If you ask me, I love the competition because it brings everybody's game up.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it that the brick and mortar restaurants are like, wait a minute. And I don't know. Everybody has expenses. You guys have
It's true.
travel expenses to get there. All
Insurance.
your insurance
I
and
love
all your permitting and everything.
Keeping everything up to code, fire inspections,
Absolutely.
all that.
Inspection.
Does that cost you to get that done? I'm just curious.
Of
to
course.
to get a
Yes.
permit, it does.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Everything's money.
Everything.
Anything you do costs.
Wow. So that's all has to be built in
Yes.
to your food costs.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. I have 2 different agricultural licenses. 2.
Yeah, because yours have to be shelf stable. So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
they gotta
And then
make sure
the-
that you're not gonna poison anybody.
Right. And then you have to have one to go out and sell.
Right. Wow. So you guys just got a small business lesson in food service.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
Yes. Yes. So if you're thinking about starting a food truck,
That's where that insurance comes into.
right. No, what I do recommend, and I know quite a few food truck families that have Facebook pages that help people that are thinking about getting into it. So you guys you're like mentoring them, which is cool.
It's true.
I've seen it.
Mhm.
So you've learned lessons along the way, and you're passing along.
Mhm.
So that's where the community comes in.
And not only that, just people walk up to us and in different events and, hey, I'm thinking about doing this.
Yes.
What do you think?
Right.
You know, let me shoot some ideas off you. You know, what do I need to do? How do I start?
Well, a friend of ours, is bored with his concept, and he's like, I'm thinking about doing a shaved ice truck. I said, please don't. Every time I love you guys. Every time I announce an event, no less than a dozen. The market is saturated with
Right.
shaved ice, and I feel bad for them
Kind of like
because they
jewelry.
are scrambling for work, and that's when you have to go into the. I said, don't do shaved ice. And then he was going to do like a good humor ice cream truck, which I think is cute. But there's just that whole shaved ice cream in the greater Tampa Bay market. If you ask my opinion, as an event organizer, the market's flooded.
Yes. It is.
And I mean, and I hate telling people no. And some of them are very nice families, but I once again, I can't have 2 shaved ice vendors because then one of them's not going to be happy.
Yes.
And the point is pleased. I don't expect success.
Success.
I mean, or not losing money would be fantastic because you guys invest in your trust and your finance in being at the event, and
It's not good.
people have to respect that.
Mhm.
I respect it. I know how hard you guys work. I've seen it in action in that little
You've seen
mini
the sweat.
truck.
It's a lot of work.
You were cooking up a storm.
Mhm.
But when it's your working at all, that's always been my advice to my young friends. Figure out what it is you love to do, and then find out a way to get paid to do it, and it won't be like working at all.
It'll be work.
You'll
but-
work harder. You
but-
will work harder because it's your business, but it's you feel good about it.
Something you enjoy doing.
Yes.
Well, like last Saturday for my family started at 6 in the morning. And then after the market and the promoting and the event, and then we get there and set up. And then Lorena and I did kind of a double shift because then we went to the block party for the nonprofit. So she and I didn't get home until 10.
Right.
And then there's wind down because you don't just
Exactly.
you don't just go home and
Exactly.
go to sleep.
No.
You can't because you're so excited.
People are like, why didn't you go to bed till 2 a.m? Hello, because I went nonstop all day.
Your adrenaline's still pumping.
Yeah. So we got 2 minutes to go. I got to wrap up the show. Thank you, Ed. This is a Shop Local for Good News Monday motivation, and we had Neci with Brain Freeze Please on. This was a fantastic show. I appreciate you guys coming out.
Thank you for having us.
We had Gladys and Ramon with Kings Bistro, the reigning champions of Tampa Bay's best mac and cheese from the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival for 2018. You coming back next year?
Of course, we'll be back next year. And we welcome the competition.
To defend your title. That you got to go back to the event and find
Bring
that
your
it was
A game,
hysterical.
folks.
Bring your A game.
And then we have Aunt Neci with Aunt Neci Specialty Foods. She was the Foodie favorite winner and raised a whole lot of money for kids campaign. Thank you. The TN Talk Radio Network, 106.1 FM and 1340 AM every Monday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. You can find us online at Shop Local for Good on Facebook. That's Shop Local for Good on Facebook. We want to encourage you to come out and shop local for good at the MarketSpace for Good. That's 628 Cleveland Street in beautiful downtown Clearwater on the downtown Clearwater 600 block rocks. And tune in next Monday because we are going to have a very special guest. It's a super secret, but it's a new business. Okay, I'll tell you.
I bet I know who it
It's
is.
Shelly Jaffe with Scone Age Bakery and Cafe, and she is coming on for the show. You don't want to miss it.
She's got yummy
This
stuff.
is Shop Local for Good News.
Too.
I'm Karena Morrison, and we want you to have an amazing week, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you at the MarketSpace for Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
WTAN, Clearwater,
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay.
4.3.
Listen.
It's time for the Monday edition of Canada Calling, the news from home for vacationing Canadians, on air and online. Priorsma speaking from Toronto. Thanks for joining us. We are now officially into the Christmas shopping season in Canada. There are dozens and dozens of Santa Claus parades across the country, but the biggest, the oldest, the granddaddy of them all, the one in Toronto, was held yesterday. That's when Christmas shopping swings into high gear. It wound its way through the streets of downtown. It was televised all across the nation. Thankfully for everybody involved, the weatherman cooperated, with midday temperatures right at the freezing mark under partly sunny skies. Boy, we can all remember being at a Santa Claus parade in Toronto at one time or another when it was bitterly cold and snowing. In the news, the past week has not been a good week for one of Canada's most prestigious private all-boys schools, St. Michael's College School in Midtown Toronto. Allegations of so-called hazing incidents filtered out last week. Sexual assault. 3 different incidents. 8 students have been expelled. 1 student has been suspended. Police have an ongoing investigation. Meantime, the school has held meetings with parents to try and smooth out troubled waters. 3-time convicted murderer Dylan Millard is going to have to wait another month to find out how much time he's going to serve in prison for the killing of a complete stranger, a former girlfriend, and his father. It all boils down to a judge's decision related to consecutive or concurrent sentences. He'll either be eligible for parole when he's 77 or when he's 102. Right now, he's in his mid-30s. He was in court in Toronto on Friday for a sentencing hearing. The Crown told the judge that Millard had, and I quote, seemingly an insatiable appetite to kill. There's no explanation for his crimes other than pure entitlement, depravity, and evil. A Sky Service Air Ambulance providing award-winning air ambulance service that's just a phone call away. You can fly home without delay from anywhere, at any time, and ask about their affordable membership program online, skyserviceairambulance.com, or call 800-463-3482. You know, there's something unique at Bell stores throughout Florida today. Their Black Friday preview sale with 20% off your purchase with a coupon from bellsflorida.com. And the savings continue tomorrow for those 50 and better. As is the case each week, Tuesday is Bell's Day, with 15% off an entire purchase with the Bell's 50 and Fabulous discount. Earn Bell's bucks while you're at it and enjoy free coffee each Tuesday, only at Bell's. And Canadians' Boca Raton Regional Hospital is a medical facility for Florida vacationers in Boca Raton. With 400 licensed beds and over 800 physicians, Boca Raton Regional Hospital has been providing world-class medical care for almost 50 years. Your travel medical insurance is welcomed at Boca Raton Regional Hospital. Online, brrh.com. In other news, in recent weeks, a Canadian Coast Guard ship has been in dry dock for repairs in Sambro, Nova Scotia. Sometime over the weekend, police believe vandals broke into the shipyard and they cut the cables holding the ship in its cradle. It slid down its mooring and crashed into the water, landing partially on its side. Halifax police are investigating. Continuing a 65-year broadcast tradition, this is Canada Calling.
If you would like to become a wholesale buyer of the premium quality longevity product that you hear about right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network for personal service, you can pick up the phone right now and call Lola at 727-441-3311. Again, that's Lola at 727-441-3311. Or for even faster service, log on to tantalkhealth.com. That's tantalkhealth.com. Here's to your health and longevity.
And now Canada Calling continues. Under the heading of Enough is Enough, it looks as though the Trudeau government's going to make a move shortly to end the rotating strikes by postal workers across the country if negotiators for both sides can't work things out quickly. With the massive backlog of parcels already clogging up the system, the most recent contract offer was rejected by the union and then counter-offered Saturday night. How bad is the situation right now? At the huge postal distribution hub in Mississauga, Ontario, dozens and dozens of tractor trailers are parked and full of parcels going nowhere. The Retail Council of Canada, eBay, and others want back-to-work legislation enacted before Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales events tied to U.S. Thanksgiving clog the system up even more. Where's the Prime Minister while all this is going on? Over the weekend, he was attending the APEC summit in New Guinea and plotting strategy, apparently, for the next gathering of the G20 in Argentina. And one of the few Blue Jays success stories this past baseball season was the play of Cuban-born utility infielder Aledmys Diaz. With a glut of infielders, the Jays have sent him packing to the Houston Astros in return for a AAA starting pitcher you've never heard of. Punta Gorda and Englewood Beach on Florida's Gulf Island coast are longtime Canadian favorites on the Southwest coast, and according to Money Magazine, the best place to retire. There's so much to see and do. Take in the Festival of Lights at Fisherman's Village in Punta Gorda through December 31st with over 1 million lights and themed decorations. See it all online at pureflorida.com. And finally, the stage has been set for the 106th Grey Cup game in Edmonton this coming weekend. In the CFL Eastern Final yesterday afternoon, Ottawa handled Hamilton with ease in Ottawa, 46-27. In Calgary last evening, the Stampeders beat Winnipeg, 22-14. So next Sunday evening in Edmonton, it's the Stamps and the Red Blacks playing for the Canadian Football League Championship. This is Canada Calling and online at canadacalling.com. Pfarr Smith speaking from Toronto.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long for me, only for me. Come to me now, to me rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is gone. Such a cozy room, cozy windows are illuminated by the evening sunshine through them, fiery gems for you, only for you. Our house is a very, very Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And now, la 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 It's a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. While you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Oh, your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. I guess I'll never know the reason why you do. That's the wonder. The wonder of you.
All right, welcome back. Al Hardy here for a brand new week with the Decades of Hits, and that was Elvis in a live recording, The Wonder of You, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Our House. Here's a song now from the movie Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and John Voight.
Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear words they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. People stop and staring. I can't see their faces, only the shadows of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast winds, sailing on summer breeze, and skipping over the ocean like a stone. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pores.